Well, welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw, the Monday Night Raw after Clash of the Castle here in Kansas City, Kansas. And we are starting off from, we're going to hear from a member of Diamond Mine, Ivy Nile, of course, behind her following the new World Tag Team Champions. Anyways, before Ivy Nile gets to the ring to make her announcements or whatever, we've got to announce a few matches. Triple threat match, Money in the Bank qualifier first round, poor Rey Mysterio. We're going to hear from Jey Uso. Also, we're going to hear from Baron Corbin after he attacked Bron Breakker last week. Also, triple threat tornado tag. Winner will take on the Creeds I've just mentioned. Logan Paul, we're going to hear from him, unfortunately. We also got a main event, the women's first match for the Money in the Bank qualifier. But right now, we're going to hear from Ivy Nile. Well, the Creeds won at Clash of the Castle. They are your new World Tag Team Champions. Now, we can move on to me. I want that WWE Women's World Championship. And hell, if Maxine Dupree can earn a shot, then I'm more than well qualified to get that shot. So, it is. I think it is. Hold on a minute. She's okay. Yeah, it's Maryse. Maryse is coming out here making a special appearance here tonight in Kansas. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. This isn't on my bingo card for tonight. But okay, Maryse is walking her way down to this ring. Jeez. Pardon the intrusion, but you were talking about that Women's World Championship. I have my eyes set on that too. Well, John Cena doing his farewell tour kind of gave me some thought. I wanted to end my career with a bang, and what better way than challenging for the Women's World Championship in Canada and Money in the Bank. So I've got my eyes set on that too. What? So all I've got to do to get to Money in the Bank for that Women's World Championship is beat up some washed up so-and-so. Should be easier than I thought. I wouldn't count me out so quickly if I was you. But I guess we can find out next week. Well, okay then. Fair enough. That's what Maryse wants. I guess we're going to get that, and it seems like that's happening next week. Okay. Fair enough. One-on-one Maryse, Ivy Nile next week. The winner gets challenged Io Sky for that Women's World Championship. Well, okay then. What a way to start off Raw. Nonetheless. Let's get into our first match. Like I said, a Money in the Bank qualifier matchup, triple threat match. I did struggle to get my words out during that because the matchup screen is just coming back and forth and back and forth. But I also will say I do feel bad for this man that's starting out here. If you know what I mean.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring, representing the L.W.O. from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Rey Mysterio is called the biggest little man in the industry. He's going to be taking on the biggest man in history in WWE, I think. And then another massive brute as well. I don't know who hates Rey Mysterio backstage. Who's got his qualifying match to be against the two men he's facing here tonight. But, you know, is what it is.
First, from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 416 pounds, the Nigerian giant, Omos.
Well, as Omos is walking his way down to ringside, we're about to bring out a man he's had recent history with. Please, let's bring him out.
From Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, Femi.
Well, it's Femi making his way down to ringside. Jeez. Oof. Don't forget, still to come tonight, we're going to hear from main event Jey Uso. We're going to hear from Baron Corbin. We're also going to have a triple threat tornado attack to winner will take on the Creeds and Money in the Bank for the world title. The world tag team title. We're going to hear from Logan Paul, my opponent back at Clash of the Castle. The main event, the women's first, the Money in the Bank qualifier. But right now we had the men's first Money in the Bank qualifier. So let's get to this. Who is going to be the first person to be put into a Money in the Bank ladder match? Will it be Rey Mysterio, Omos, or Femi? I guess we'll have to see as this match starts off to start off our Raw on the road to Money in the Bank. Jeez, and Mysterio goes straight after Omos. Jeez, doof. Even Omos dwarfs over Femi. Yellow Mysterio. Jeez. Mysterio is going to fight. Jeez. He's not going to back down. He's going to springboard. Doof. Of course, Omos and Femi have had a few clashes this season already. Once back in the King of the Ring tournaments, where Over Femi won, and Omos wasn't happy about the fact that Over Femi was able to chuck him around a little bit. Talking of chucking him around. Jeez, wasn't even quite do that to him, but jeez, Omos capitalised him. I distracted Over Femi. But yeah, and all that kind of stuff. So Omos attacked Over Femi after Over Femi lost to John Cena in the following round tournament. Oh jeez, Over Femi with the trip there, but Mysterio trying to take advantage of Over, but jeez, taking him down. But yeah, like I said about all that. And then, so that led to a last man standing match at King Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, which Over Femi won said matchup. So Over Femi is 2-0 against Omos. But geez, shot right to the back, but Omos isn't having any of that. But geez, ball picking him up now. Of course, MVP on the outside for Omos. You've got the L.W.O out there for Rey Mysterio. Over Femi got nobody by himself, but doesn't feel like he needs to. Jeez. He's looking to become the ruler of Raw. And getting that Money in the Bank briefcase will definitely do that on Mysterio. Jeez. Fair play. Oh, not quite successful there as Over Femi, but like I said, getting that Money in the Bank briefcase will arguably could make you the ruler of WWE, because that means Oba could go to any brand he wants, either Raw or SmackDown, and challenge for any title he wants. Well, I believe he can only challenge for the men's titles. I don't believe he can randomly go after challenge Tiffany Stratton if he wants to. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's written in the contract, considering there's a women's Money in the Bank contract as well. But you know, I guess we'll never know. Maybe he could try. I don't know. But he's got to win that Money in the Bank briefcase first, and before that, he's actually got to get into the match. Which tonight he's got to, of course, beat Rey Mysterio and Omos. And those two could quite easily get into. I'm sure Mysterio's been in quite a handful of Money in the Bank line matches. This will definitely be Over Femi's first one. I'm blanking on Omos. I feel like this probably wouldn't be his first if he was to win. But geez, Oba. Oh, what a knee smash right to the face. I think Omos was looking for a choke slam, but Over Femi's having none of it. And Mysterio hopping back into the ring. Jeez. Oh, and forward rush and leg sweep. Oh, Mysterio rolls out of that. Jeez. Jeez. Mysterio comboing. Whoa. Jeez. Roll up. Jeez. Well, breaks that by Over Femi. Jeez. What's that? Can I stick out that baseball bat doing in there? Jeez. It's going to be as violent enough as it is with Over Femi and Omos. You don't need weapons. Jeez. Oof. Over. Oh, jeez. Is the turnbuckle exposed? Who the hell did that? That's all Mysterio. He's going to bring an equalizer in, but no, Over Femi's having none of it. I don't know, Mysterio's feeling a little helpless here, just being launched around by these two men. I don't know, either way, Over Femi. Oof. Mysterio was, I don't know, he was able to rebound off the ropes or something, whatever it was, that was impressive. Clearly not annoyed with being manhandled and taking it into his own hands. Kick out there, one by Over Femi. Almost signing he doesn't want the chair. I think he feels like he is the weapon. Nonetheless, of course, there will be an 8-man and an 8-woman Money in the Bank ladder match at the pay-per-view. 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown for both men and women. So that should be good. Jeez, like I said, it was only 6 women last year. We're up in its weight. Jeez, so we did it for variation last year. This year we just want to make sure everybody can get a part of it. Jeez, is that a second exposed turnbuckle? I believe it is. You don't need that. Oh, I think Mysterio wants the tag team effort from Omos. Jeez, what the hell? What the hell? Jeez, Rey Mysterio. Jeez. Ooh, I think that's going to be the biggest man he's ever chokeslammed. That might be the only man he's ever chokeslammed. I mean, I question how much Over Femi did in that, but still, jeez, nonetheless. Rey Mysterio with the chokeslam. Going into the cover. Oh, jeez, Omos is back. Oof. He's had another that joke. Like, oh, jeez, he just rolled Over Femi onto Rey Mysterio. He's lucky, Omos is lucky that Rey Mysterio popped his shoulder up there, because that could have been another pinfall on Rey Mysterio. Oh, jeez, Over Femi's having none of this, jeez. So he'll get into that Money in the Bank qualifier. Jeez, Dolph not looking good so far. Omos right at this very second because he's down on the floor. And two men were targeting him, but looks like he's been able to bring Rey Mysterio down. And Omos now. Oh, jeez, talking to jokes on this time, a reverse style. Jeez, and one-handed that time instead of double team. Oba Femi, what's he got in store here? Oh no, he's bringing in the stairs. We saw how much this played dividend in that last man standing match, how brutally those were used. Seemingly we're going to have a bit of a flashback with jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, I think Oba Femi even like landed on the stairs after he got hit by that sledgehammer. That's not great. But jeez. Oh, Omos now booming Rey Mysterio's head off. He's not got a kendo stick. Omos does not need a kendo stick. Jeez. Oh, Rey Mysterio! Mexican destroyer right to Omos. Jeez, going for that cover. And Oba Femi breaks it up. And he can make sure to get in position there. Oh, jeez. Oba trying to take it to both men. Hasn't quite worked on. Mysterio gets that drop kick on the knee. Jeez, and now Rey Mysterio. Dragon releasing him was Oba, sorry. As Omos getting whacked in. Oh, jeez, Mysterio, the drop kick there, that combo. Jeez, and that drop kick to the back of Omos. Jeez, and Omos has gone rolling. Oba gets to Mysterio first, and that heavy shot again, jeez. And the kick, and the smash right down. And Oba. Jeez. Oh, fall from Grayson. Jeez. Mysterio. Jeez, Mysterio's head just got cracked on those stairs. 1, 2. That's surely it. Yeah, 3. Jeez. Jeez. Is he okay, Mysterio? Jeez, I mean, it was crazy just pull that Canadian Destroyer off to Omos. And then all of a sudden, that fall from Grayson onto the stairs. I tell you, who hates Rey Mysterio? Does Regal hate Rey Mysterio? Why the hell has Mysterio been booked in this? I'm not saying that I doubt Rey Mysterio's abilities, but sometimes, you know, it just feels purposeful that he was just shoved in a triple threat match with Oba Femi and Omos. Jeez. And it felt a little personal there at the end. Maybe Oba Femi had a part to play in the fact that he just fall from Grayson through onto the stairs. But jeez. Especially, people knew how big the issues were between Oba and Omos. I got a little reignited here tonight. And yeah, again, Oba's walked away with the win when Omos is involved. I mean, it's not considered a one-on-one victory, but that's still technically a third victory over Omos. Can't be denied. And geez, this was the fall from Grace. I think Mysterio's okay. I thought his head collided with it. I think it might have been his shoulders and collarbone, but still, brutal landing nonetheless.
Here is your winner,
Well, it might have been a fall from Grace, but it definitely wasn't a fall to Grace for Rey Mysterio here tonight. But what was Grace, I think, was Oba Femi, at least for him, winning this match here tonight. And he is the first person added to a Money in the Bank ladder match. Come Money in the Bank, and that is huge. And everybody should be worried having to deal with that, man. Especially what he did to Rey Mysterio in that match. And what he did with Omos in that last man standing match. We've seen what he can do in no disqualification matches. But anyways, we'll move on from Oba Femi for now. I'm sure we'll see him in due time. But nonetheless, out comes the Yeet Man himself. The main event in Jey Uso. As everybody started to yeet all over themselves, breaking their backs for Jey Uso. Jeez. Doof. Jeez. Jey Uso coming out here. Of course, we're going to hear from Jey Uso. Curious what he's going to say. I don't believe we've seen him, if I'm not mistaken, since I believe it was the build to Backlash. I believe Drew McIntyre took him on. I think maybe. My mind may be blanking. Maybe I'm wrong. But nonetheless, if that definitely did happen, then I believe it was an unsuccessful encounter for Jey Uso. And I'm pretty sure this match has happened. I'm sure it has. I'm sure we'll be able to hopefully remember by the time the promo's done. I'm sure I'll be able to say after. But nonetheless, Jey Uso getting ready for everybody to yeet all over themselves again. We getting ready? And here we go in. Starting yeeting and yeeting and yeeting and yeeting and yeeting and yeeting. I'm going to cut out part any of this entrance because it's a bit of fun, isn't it? You know, we don't want to be looking at matchup screens when we could be yeeting all over ourselves with Jey Uso. But talking of the matchup screens, let's bring it up, shall we? Of course, still to come tonight, we're going to hear from Baron Corbin. Also, we had that triple threat tornado tag winner takes on the Cruz for the World Tag title at Money in the Bank. Also going to hear from the IC champion Logan Paul. Also, we're going to have that main event, triple threat, Women's Money in the Bank qualifier. But right now, we're going to hear from main event, Jey Uso. Look, I'm ready to get down straight into business. There's one man I want to talk to. CM Punk, get out of here. Well, okay, that's some bold person to bring out. The man that was just barely, I feel like, able to win the main event last night. Sorry, not last night, last Saturday. 2 nights ago now. I'm sure he's not feeling 100% after that match, that war between Drew McIntyre. But what it does mean is Drew McIntyre will no longer be able to challenge for that World Heavyweight Championship so long as CM Punk is champion, which of course he still is right now. But Jey Uso is looking to change that seemingly. But of course I was going to talk about it. I was going to see if I could look at the situation where Jey was talking. And I don't know where some of this Jey Uso Drew McIntyre match this season happened last season, clearly. I'm losing my marbles. What Jey Uso has done though is he's dealt with Logan Paul a little bit, or at least tried to. I believe he beat Bronson Reed, but then lost to Logan Paul for the IC Championship at Backlash. Which I believe Backlash was the last time we saw Jey Uso. I now remember the match. I just completely forgot about it. Probably because I was so focused on me versus Logan. But nonetheless, you know, my head's still not 100% perfect. So I'm really surprised that CM Punk's head is, or back or anything is doing good. So, you know, but he's come out here nonetheless, though. He's come out in casual attire. Just looking to have a little conversation with main event Jey Uso. Okay, Jey, you asked for me. I'm out here. What do you want to talk about? What I want to talk about is the fact that since you've come back, me and you, we're 1-1. That's ugly. We need a decider. And I think we should have that in Money in the Bank for the world title. Well, you do make a point. It is a little annoying having us one apiece. Hold up, Bruce. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say I don't deserve it because I haven't got a winning record, just like you did with Bron. And that's okay with that. I've already sorted it out. Open challenge right now. #1 contenders match for that World Heavyweight Championship. Well, it seems you have everything sorted out, Jey. I accept. Well, it looks like it's going to be one of Logan Paul's friends, unfortunately. It does seem like Julius has sorted everything out well. Is it this man or has he brought his friend? Of course he has.
Accompanied by Grayson representing A-Town Down Under from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory.
Well, seems like it's going to be Austin Theory taking on Jey Uso. Winner's going to take on CM Punk at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Okay, well, don't forget, still to come tonight, Baron Corbin. We're going to hear from him. Also, Triple Threat Tornado Tag winner will take on the Creeds for the World Tag titles at Money in the Bank. We're also going to hear from Logan Paul with Bronson Reed accompanying. And don't forget, main event, Triple Threat Women's Money in the Bank qualifier match. But right now, Jey Uso, I think CM Punk's gone to the back, I believe. Jey Uso is taking on Austin Theory. The winner takes on CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. Let's get going, jeez. So we mentioned Money in the Bank. Austin Theory used to be Mr. Money in the Bank at one point in time. Jeez, oof. Jey Uso not been Mr. Money in the Bank, nor been World Champion. Jeez, Jey Uso, poof. Has he been on the road to get that singles title victory because he's yet to hold one. A singles title here in WWE. So, you know, Jesus gets the yeeting going again. Poof, right to Austin Theory. So, yeah, you know, it's a hell of a way to do it. The hell of the first one to do it is to win that World Heavyweight Championship. Jeez, Austin Theory blocking Jey Uso there. Oof. Yeah, like I said, a hell of a way to get that first title victory is to win the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank against CM Punk. You know, CM Punk's history with Money in the Bank and world title matches. There's one very in particular, though. We're not quite going to Chicago. Not quite. North America, but not quite Chicago. Anyways, Austin Theory. I mean, both great crowds, though. But nonetheless, Austin Theory now looking to just... Oh, planted Jey Uso. Jeez. Goes for that cover. 1, 2. Kick out there by Jey. Jeez, I told you that was a hell of a move, even with the delayed getting in there. Jeez, oh, Theory, I didn't quite get enough on that. Jeez, Jey's not having any of that. Oh, jeez, Jey. Oh, Austin Theory been up to wait to find that back. Jeez, these two men now starting to slug it out. Jeez, doof. Feels like it's been a very fast-paced night tonight for me. I felt like it has been. I felt like we're just flipping back into everything. Maybe it just feels like it's been a while since I I don't know, commentating a show. I mean, we had a pay-per-view last, so I felt like it was long match after long match after long match, back and back to back. I felt like this has been a lot everywhere right now, and I love the chaos, to be honest. Just bouncing from match to match, from segment to segment, from match to segment to match. I just love it. Great. Jeez. Is Austin Theory. I don't know who. I thought he was summoning to get Jey Uso to get up, but clearly he started summoning maybe the crowd up instead. I don't know. Either way, I mean, some of them are standing on their feet. I think most of them are actually. He's maybe more for Jey Uso there. Gee. Oh no, Jey gets our arms. Well, that was going to be a hell of a forearm. And that poof, right to the face. I was going to say that triple threat match. Jeez. Thought that very chaotic. Jey Uso took out Grayson Waller. I think he saw him exposed to turnbuckle. Jeez, now Jey Uso. Oh, and a clothesline taking down Theory. Up the middle rope. And a splash right to the back of Theory. I mean, you mentioned how much we've seen of Jey Uso this season. Yeah, for the most part, we've only seen 8 Down Under really, like, mess around with R-Truth. To be fair, it's really all we've seen from 8 Down Under this season. I mean, I believe it. I mean, they were circling the tag team title picture last season, so a little bit of a downgrade. I love R-Truth, don't get me wrong, but geez, kick out there too by Jey Uso. Oh, geez. What happened there? Did Jey Uso just super kick the both feet of Austin Theory there with that drop kick? I don't know, either way. Don't want a headbutt. Right to Theory. Jeez, and an elbow drop. Off Jey. Looking to go to work. Oh, Austin Theory. Jeez, dropping the legs. Oh, running off the ropes. Wolf on a sliding clothesline by main event Jey Uso. I'm sure CM Punk's watching this on monitor somewhere. I mean, I feel like part of me would feel like maybe he might want to at least counteract Grayson Waller, but at the same time, he wants a worthy world champion contender. And if Jey Uso can do it with Grayson Waller at the ringside, then, you know, you gotta say maybe Jey Uso deserves it. Maybe CM Punk has faith in Jey Uso to do it. I don't know, either way. And of course, if Austin Theory wins, he's going to be the one taking on CM Punk. The CM Punk, when he won that G's and a 4 right to Jey. Now Theory getting Jey up on his shoulders. Jeez, what's he got in store? I don't know. Just taunting off to the crowd, maybe. I don't know. And now Theory dropping Jey right on that rope. Jeez. Oh, Theory's not happy that he's recovered that turnbuckle again. Jeez, stop trying to cheat and just actually wrestle, mate. Just, I'm gonna say it's Logan Paul and his fans don't like him. Jeez, I mean, well, I mean, Bronson Reed's okay. I'm definitely not saying that because I feel like he could probably crush me by just looking at me, but still, I'd rather keep all my organs intact, but that's not the reason at all why I'm saying that. Not at all. Anyway, Jey Uso seems to have things back on his advantage. Jeez, oh, water wheel neck breaker right to Austin Theory. Jeez. Goes for the cover, but Grayson Waller has got the ref's attention. And Jey yet again going for Waller. Takes him down again a second time. Oos. Oh, right to Waller. Jeez, and a spear right to Waller. Goes back in. Austin, chop. And now looking that drop. Jey Uso right on his head. Jeez, cross leg patella brainbuster thingy. Majid goes to the cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Jey. Jeez, Theory getting frustrated here. Jeez, why's the referee gone to the outside? I have no idea. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, he's trying to talk to Grayson Waller. I don't know why he's gone out that way, but nonetheless, Jey Uso taking advantage of Austin Theory being distracted because of Grayson Waller. Jeez, yeah, Waller is going. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hey, hey, hey. Fuck off. Jeez, anyways, a headbutt there from Jey Uso right to Austin Theory. And it's now heading up to the top rope here. And Jey pointing to get Theory. Jeez, Uso splash right to Theory. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso scores the win. Jeez. And of course, we know what that means. That means that Jey Uso is, of course... Oh, that's it. Jeez, I forgot about that. That was a pretty cool shot, to be fair. I've got to give Theory his props there. I don't think that was his plan, but nonetheless. Jeez. But yeah, like I said, nonetheless. Still, Jey Uso put up a fight to deal with Grayson Waller too. And was able to still pull out the victory. That's exactly what CM Punk wants from a world title challenger, I'm sure. And I'm sure he's probably sick of taking on Drew and Bron Breakker. So he's taking on Jey Uso, and he's also had plenty of history with since he's come back. I'd probably say he's the number 3, actually, wouldn't he? I feel like maybe so, maybe even second technically over Bron Breakker, I'd say. I think that's actually probably true. But nonetheless, like Jay said, they're one-on-one. Now they have chance to find out who really is the better man. Money in the Bank where somebody will become 2-1, unless when in a draw, when it becomes 1-1-1. But technically, CM Punk still wins that because he's world champion, and draws means he wins the title still. But that's not a great number for anybody. But nonetheless, of course, we are one pay-per-view away before SummerSlam. Money in the Bank is last stop before SummerSlam. Can't forget that too when it comes to these matches.
Here is your winner, main event,
Well, congrats to the main event, Jey Uso. He is able to challenge for that World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. And I believe we have got the matchup screen. Here it is. Jeez, look at that. So, Bayley, as expected, the Kabuki Warriors retained at Clash of the Castle and are still your women's tag team champions. So who are you full-heartedly going to pick to challenge the Kabuki Warriors and lose to them at Money in the Bank? See, I knew somebody would come asking me this, and I spoke to Regal, and I could take as long as I want to let you know on in who I am choosing as my tag partner. Hell, I could wait until Money in the Bank if I really wanted to. I guess you'll just have to wait and see when I eventually may tell you. Ugh, typical. I'm glad I left Damage Control. Well, okay, fair enough then. Bayley doesn't have to tell Ian, and I'm sure Ian could be going about that. They could hold off until Money in the Bank if Bayley wanted to. Well, I guess we'll find out when we find out then. I do look forward to seeing who Bayley will team up with. But nonetheless, we have other things to attend to right now, and that is to hear from Baron Corbin, the man that turned his back on Bron Breakker last week. That's how Bron Breakker yet again did not win that World Heavyweight Championship back. Baron Corbin flipped out and attacked Bron Breakker after the matchup, which I point neither CM Punk or Drew McIntyre helped out in, but probably because it's none of their business to them. Speaking of CM Punk, of course, we now know he's challenging from Jey Uso. Well, he's defending against Jey Uso, sorry, for that World Heavyweight Championship. But anyways, nonetheless, we're going to hear from Baron Corbin. But first off, don't forget, we also still have that Triple Threat Tornado Tag match still to come tonight. We're also going to hear from Logan Paul. Also, we're going to that Triple Threat Women's Main Event. But right now, we're going to hear from Baron Corbin. Everybody's asking me, why, Baron? Why? I mean, all of you expected me to do it anyways, and I proved I wouldn't until I did. Because I'll tell you a little secret. It was supposed to be me versus Bron for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. But no, he screwed that up. He messed that all up. And he couldn't reclaim that World Heavyweight Championship. So I dropped that dead weight. And don't worry, I'll be going after that World Heavyweight Championship myself by getting that Money in the Bank briefcase. Well, the Lone Wolf has returned to being the Lone Wolf, that is for sure. Baron Corbin setting his sight on that Money in the Bank briefcase. Something he's held before, but was unsuccessful with it that time. I guess I have to see how things play out in the meantime. But nonetheless, talking now, seeing how things play out. Let's see how things play out for the tag team division. Let's see who will challenge the newly crowned World Tag Team Champions, the Creed Brothers, at Money in the Bank. We have 3 teams sorted out. We've kind of got already 2 triple threat matches going on tonight, so why not add another? But this time, instead of it being a singles triple threat match, it is a tag tornado triple threat match. That means all 6 people are in the ring at the same time. 3 teams, only 1 team can win a said matchup. Of course, no disqualification, just like a regular triple threat matchup. And out comes this first team with Paul Ellering and Karrion Kross behind them.
The following contest is a triple threat tag team match. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Anchor and result, authors of pain.
Well, out comes Akam and Razor. Akam on the left, Razor on the right. Handfully, they had their names on their body armor, so you can tell who's who. That lost property. Anyways, out comes the next team. We last saw this team take on John Cena and Randy Orton, no less. That's some pretty great experiences in a tag team situation. And now they are returning to have another tag match, but this time going after the World Tag Team titles.
And at a combined weight of 466 pounds, the team of Shawn Spears and Brooks Jensen.
Well, out comes Shawn Spears and Brooks Jensen. Shawn Spears leading the pack He's trying to teach Brooks Jensen the ways of wrestling, I guess, or at least the way he prefers to wrestle. But anyways, out comes the final team in this matchup.
And at a combined weight of 370 pounds, the team of Cedric Alexander and Javon Evans.
Anyways, out comes Javon and Cedric. That one is Javon. Cedric's this one right here. Anyways, that's one you're still going to offer you tonight. We've got to hear from Logan Paul, unfortunately. Also, dual threat main event. Women's match qualifier. But right now, we have a different kind of qualifier this time for the World Tag Team titles. So, without further ado, let's get into this. He's of course gone a little close to the monitor because it's going to be even harder to see this. It's hard enough when it's a triple threat match. It's hard enough when it's a one-on-one match. But yeah, alone when there's 6 people in the ring. Well, technically 7 if you count Adrian Butler. But you know what I mean. 6 wrestlers. There's also Karrion Kross and Paul Ellering on the outside, keeping an eye on the match. I would be wary for all the other remaining superstars in this matchup about their two's presence. Masterminds in their own rights, both men. And when they're leading the Authors of Pain, which they had a very destructive run, it felt like, going into it. It was a very short destructive run, but they felt powerful, man. When they took on Gallus and just like, they didn't quite destroy them, but they manhandled Gallus, which, you know, Gallus, that's a pretty manly, beefy team. So the way they were able to do that, and the way it felt like the Creeds were only just barely able to beat them in that tag contenders tournament, that little tag contenders tournament, then you're like, oh, King, Queen of the Ring, the single superstars have got a tournament, why don't the tag teams have that tournament as well? So that's kind of how that went. Javon Evans in a weird position there. And yeah, like I said, the Creeds won that one after beating Alpha Academy and then the Authors of Pain. But the Authors of Pain had a hell of a showing. Like I mentioned, Brooks Jensen and Sean Spears, last time they teamed up was taking on Randy Orton and John Cena on the build to Backlash. But interestingly enough, Sean Spears is Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. So going to Money in the Bank might be pretty cool for him. Hopefully winning those tag team titles for his sake. As, jeez, he'd come dropping down Cedric. But nonetheless, and we of course have Javon and Cedric, which I believe this is their first team outing. Jeez, on Raw at least. Jeez, Javon getting that elbow. But as far as I'm aware, yeah, I believe it is their first tag team outing. But we have seen them in. I believe we saw Javon in singles competition. I believe the only time we've seen Iron Man was Cedric was manager was when Javon opened the open challenge. When CM Punk was testing Bron Breakker to try and get that win record up, Javon was the first one to answer that call. It was the last time we saw them. So it's been a while for a lot of these lot because we didn't see them on the build to Clash of the Castle. I believe we last saw Authors of Pain, then it was Javon and Cedric, and then Brooks Jensen and Sean Spears. But now they're all back here. Jeez, I mean, we can also mention Karrion Kross. He's had a little bit of things to play. I mean, he had a little bit of break from Clash of the Castle as well. But jeez, we saw him in the King Ring tournament was unsuccessful against John Cena. It's Akam tossing Cedric Alexander. Everybody's on the outside right now. This is unhelpful, except for the referee. Oh, I thought Karrion Kross was about to get in the ring. He's like, all right, I'll change that. And he goes to that cover. Jeez, oof. A lot of stuff going on. 3 different one-on-one matches kind of happening at one point, kind of. Maybe 2 triple threat matches. Jeez, that was a hell of an effort by Akam. And jeez, Sean Spears. I think he got both Javon and Akam in different ways. Fair play, Sean Spears. He's a smart man in his own right. I was talking about Paul Ellering and Karrion Kross being masterminds. Sean Spears, in his own right, a mastermind. He's trying to teach Brooks Jensen that kind of way. I feel like Cedric's also going to do that same thing to Javon, just not in the same mastermind way that Paul Ellering, Karrion Kross, and Sean Spears are doing. He's a different kind of way, just teaming up with him to try and help him out in the big leagues here. And Javon went high, and it wasn't even by his own choice this time. Usually it's his choice to go up that high. And now he's going back up again, not quite as high, but still effective. Powerbomb there right to Javon Evans. Jeez. Oh, Brooks Johnson's gone right to the stairs. And Javon Evans is getting absolutely fucking manhandled in the middle of this ring. He's gone up again and down yet again. Javon's been planted after planted. Oh, talk being planted. Someone's about to go right for a chokeslam. Jeez. Oh, and a back elbow there to Razor. Everybody's back in the ring now. Jeez. Oh, Javon getting tossed again. Jeez. John's getting manhandled. I know he's a young kid, but still. I don't know what that was. I felt like that reminded me of something. I'm not quite sure what. But anyways, Razor breaks that up. Well, it was mental. He was about to go from the top rope. But jeez, Cedric having none of that chair. Jeez, get off that chair nearly went in Adrian Butler's face. I mean, it's not like it caused disqualification, but he's the one that has to cut the pins in it, so that still matters. It's better if he stays up, but geez. There's no sense in knocking him down. Like, I'm not saying you should do that to a referee anyways, but if you were to do it so you could like do something illegal, this doesn't matter in this match. Everything is legal. So I believe there's maybe certain common sense things off the table, but I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure the referee can call it if he feels like somebody's out. What would happen if, say, Engine Brother said that Brock Jones could no longer compete? Does that mean whoever was about to, like, destroy him or was destroying him would win? Or does that mean just be, like, he be eliminated or him and Shawn Spears? Like, what would happen? I guess I have to wait and see until that possibility happens. See Javon Evans with a cutter on the outside. I guess I have to wait and see. Not necessarily hoping for a stoppage. But, yeah, no, it's got to be put into question, I think. Jeez, spinebuster there. Was that spinebuster? I think that was a spinebuster, not a chokeslam. But, geez, nonetheless, Brooks Jensen saving his master. I think. We call him a master. I don't think Shawn Spears would agree to that term, but I felt like maybe you could argue that it definitely is. The term you probably should use. But nonetheless, these lot going to work. We're getting crazy up in here. Jeez, oh, Brooks Jensen, I think he's just gone into an exposed turnbuckle. I don't even know if Javon, oh sorry, Cedric even noticed that. Javon was going flying around. Then now Cedric going for a handstand. Javon Evans pinning Razor. I'm not even quite sure what last happened to Razor, but A comes here, jeez, and breaks it up. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Razor was down for a few minutes there. And Javon's like, oh, maybe he's taking a nap. I'll go for a pin. I don't know. I don't even notice what's going on. It's, like I said, it's hard to keep on top of everything sometimes. And it's not my usual tag match where I can go, oh, this person's been legal, this person hasn't been legal yet, this person hasn't technically been tagged in yet, even though they're illegal. I mean, I know all these combinations yet. I mean, I could try to remember all the combinations, but it's a little harder when everybody's fighting everybody at one time. I can't tell you. It's Brooks Jensen is wielding that sledgehammer around. I'm sure very much to the happiness of Shawn Spears. I mean, Shawn Spears is the chairman. Oh, and Shawn Spears talking of planting that C4. I believe it's C4, not C2. And something like that. I believe it's C4. Anyways, 2, 3. Shawn Spears, Brooks Jensen. I believe Brooks was able to provide enough of a distraction there. G's got the win. That was kind of more so now there were. I forgot what I was even waffling about there at the end. But nonetheless, we have a winning team. And like I said, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Shawn Spears is Canadian. He's going to Money in the Bank. And getting out to challenge for the World Tag Team titles along with Brooks Jensen. Jeez, this is going to be huge for Brooks Jensen. This is exactly what Shawn Spears is trying to be getting from Brooks Jensen. These opportunities. And you could argue he's done a great job. They took on Randy Orton and John Cena, and possibly the last time ever that they'll team up. And now they're challenging for the World Tag Team titles in their third match as a team at Money in the Bank. That's pretty great. And they won their second match. This is their first win. It was a triple threat for Tornado Tag with a team that went on a hell of a dominating looking thing with AOP. Jeez, and so I think that's a pretty good tutoring there by Shawn Spears, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I'm not, if I do say so myself, not mistaken. That's not quite what I'm saying. But you get what I'm trying to get at there. Fair play, GJ. You can see Brooks Jensen wearing that sledgehammer, and Javon realised he had to get rid of Brooks Jensen if he wanted to, and just clearly took too long, and that was enough.
Here are your winners, the team of Shawn Spears and Brooks Jensen.
I don't think I realised Brooks Jensen got busted open, but nonetheless, these lot were successful, and I believe we've got the match between. Yes, we have. I love that little intro. But there you go. That World Tag Team title match. The Brooks Jensen and Shawn Spears versus the Creed Brothers / Diamond Mine. You see, I mean, the Creed Brothers already challenged for on a match at the pay per view. Will Ivan I'll get the same? I guess I have to find out next week. In the meantime, talking of championships, out comes a champion that I tried to challenge against and was unsuccessful. Unfortunately, I do apologise, but do not forget, still to come, the main event. Triple threat match, women's qualifier for that Money in the Bank spot. But right now, we're going to hear from the IC champion himself. Haha, another one bites the dust. Oh, Jack, you suck. I knew I could beat you. And I swear, if you mention my name in bad terms one more time, we'll have a round 2, and I won't be so nice to you this time. Oh, is he back? I think he is. I mean, his music's playing. Hey, come on. Is he here? There he is. Oh, Logan, you're so done for. It is Sami Zayn. He is back. You haven't seen him since the road to WrestleMania. I believe, if it's not mistaken, Bronson already tuck him out there, probably down to the. I believe we saw him with some broken glass surrounded by an office. I believe it was probably Logan Paul's instruction. Logan Paul did not want to take on Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. I do not blame him. And Sami Zayn is now fully recovered by the seams of it. And he's making his way down to ringside, I'm sure, much to the dismissal of what can't even think of the fucking word. But Logan Paul, I'm sure, is not happy. Yeah, he's not looking happy at all. First off, Logan, back off from Jack. He's not even a competitor, and he put up a hell of a showing at Clash of the Castle. But now let's talk competitor to competitor. You and Bronson cost me my opportunity at challenging for that Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. So I still should have an Intercontinental Championship match, and I am choosing to use it at Money in the Bank. No. Oh, you absolute fucking coward. I mean, you shouldn't expect anything less from Logan Paul, but he's an absolute fucking coward. But maybe he really could do something, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't think Logan can really say no. I mean, Sami Zayn does deserve it. He is right. He's technically over that match, so he's technically maybe not number 10 anymore, but he technically does deserve the right of the match. I mean, I don't think he's going to quite wait till next year's WrestleMania, but nonetheless, anyways, it is time for the main event of the evening. Of course, this is our Women's Money in the Bank qualifier, the first one for both brands. Now comes competitor number 2.
And her opponents, first from Miami, Florida,
She's Lola Vice, trying to make an impact, trying to get to her first pay-per-view. What she have to do is she's got to get through Stephanie and this old woman. Gotta say high profile match for Lola Vice, have to take on Stephanie and Liv Morgan. No less, but anyways, I've got to tell you what we're in store for you next week on Monday Night Raw. We're going to triple threat match the next women's qualifier matchup for the Money in the Bank. Also, there you go, the men's one. Baron Corbin, he said he was going to go for it. That's his opportunity. Also, Brooke Shields and Julius Green, a little bit of a teaser for Money in the Bank, one-on-one. Also got Maryse versus Ivy now. We saw that set up at the start of the night. But right now, we got the first women's Money in the Bank qualifier for the Raw side of things. Well, it's for the women's side of things in general. The second qualifier for any Money in the Bank line match at the pay-per-view, but the first one for the women. Like I said, Stephanie Vacker, Liv Morgan, and Lola Vice. Let's go! Jeez, I believe this is probably, Lola and Stephanie's second match on Raw here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Was Liv Morgan at least a little more of a veteran when it comes to WWE at least? Jeez, what a fucking kick! Jeez! Lola Vice proving she's here to stay. Jeez, Stephanie having none of that. I was going to say, Stephanie did not want that. Jeez, I mean, I know Stephanie used to be a strong star, but fucking hell. Jeez, oh, and another kick. That one wasn't quite so hard that time, but nonetheless. Jeez, and Liv Morgan going right after Lola Vice. Don't blame her. I do not blame her. Jeez. And a jawbreaker away to Stephanie. Oh, what a forearm. Jeez. Stephanie, Brutus, show that MMA background. Jeez, in full force. And Liv Morgan's getting the full brunt of it. Jeez. And she's trying to match her strike for strike, but I respect Liv, but she's not the striker that the other two women are here in this matchup. Definitely the veteran when it comes to WWE stuff, at the very least, but not the strongest hitter in the match. I do believe she's the tallest, which is a first for a Liv Morgan match, I think. It's weird her being the tallest, but nonetheless, Liv Morgan. She's going to work now. Sending Lola Vice back into the ring. I think she wants to have a go. Lola Vice after cracking her in the head that much. Want to give a bit of a receipt, but Stephanie might go that Liv Morgan, that she's in the match too. Because they Liv Morgan on in that face. Probably feeling the effects after that kick. And that forearm too. That forearm was nasty, but Liv Morgan looking for the steal one here. Ooh, kick out there by Stephanie. And Liv knows Stephanie breaks up that grip. And jeez, gets a super kick. And Lola now getting her strikes. Go, jeez, boom. Right there, Steph. Am I glad it's called Steph? I don't know. Anyway, one. Jeez. Breaks that up. Jeez, oh, right to the leg of Stephanie there. Jeez. As Liv Morgan hard landing to the outside there. Lola Jeez. Oh, send it right out to Liv Morgan. I say Stephanie's down, but she's getting back up. Well, no, so she does, and jeez. Oh, all these kicks here tonight. Jeez. Where was she a couple of years ago? Kai had a team kick. Otherwise would have been perfect for that team. Jeez. Anyway, Stephanie back up, sending Lola Vice around, but Lola Vice still fighting. Jeez. Lola's showing out here tonight. Jeez. Oof. And a DDT right on the outside. And a chop block. That was a bit of a weird one, but still nonetheless. And Liv Morgan taunting her there. Jeez, and a stomp right to the ankle. They say, Lola, hi guys, I mentioned that Liv Morgan and Stephanie back here, the high profile women in this match. Lola Vice trying to prove that she deserves to be here. Jeez, that power slam. Of course, no count out situation. This is a triple threat match. Jeez, one of these women will be able to go into Money in the Bank. I believe Liv Morgan's the only one. Yeah, Liv Morgan's the only woman out of this match that's been in the Money in the Bank ladder match before. And she has won the thing before now too and cashed in on Ronda Rousey no less. So Liv Morgan knows what it takes to get the job done. But will she be able to get there a second time? I guess I have to find out. Jeez, because it could easily be Lola Vice. Oh, very much easy. Give me Stephanie back here. What the hell? I think Stephanie must have caught or something. I don't know. Must have clipped a collarbone or something. I don't even know what happened. She was on her foot, but jeez. And saying she's a Latina. She's not the only Latina in the match. If I'm not mistaken, jeez. Oof. Dropping her right on the knee. Well, actually, I don't think what qualifies as a Latina, to be fair. Jeez. Oh, nonetheless. Oh no! Someone get Booker T some CPR! Jeez! Jeez! And Liv Morgan now stalking from behind. To Stephanie. Oh no, Liv! Oof! Liv stopping herself. And Liv being sent back into the ring. Jeez. There's Lola Vice. Like I said, Lola Vice has been shown out here tonight. She's proven why she deserves to be in the main event scene, just like these other two women right now. She has done great this matchup. But jeez, it's going to take more than being great to win this matchup. It's going to take timing and everything. Jeez, maybe a little bit of luck too. That's how triple threat matches go. Jeez, what a headbutt. Jeez. Now Stephanie. Oh, Liv Morgan. She's hopping back in. Stephanie Cena. And jeez, gets that drop kick. Did anyone use that kendo stick? I just see it on the outside. I don't know, but nonetheless, super kick right to Lola. Anyways, Steph, jeez, Liv Morgan nearly clipped her on the ropes there. Nearly a bit of a whiplash effect there. Jeez, kicking off. Jeez, Lola Vice back in. Jeez, Lola's busted open bad after that headbutt. I think I can see the blood dripping down bad. Jeez. But she's still fighting. Going all badass. Look. Oh, jeez, I don't even know. Just kicked, moves, everything going everywhere. Jeez, German. Nonetheless, Stephanie back here. Now, jeez, the foot DDT. Liv Morgan rolls right to the outside. Oh, Stephanie goes flying, takes out Liv before Liv can come back in. Jeez. Stephanie. I don't know why she's La Primera. We hope I pronounced that right. Jeez, oh yeah, jeez, busted open bad. Jeez, eat defeat there, right to Lola Vice. And Liv Morgan, jeez, taunting off Stephanie a little bit. Oh, he's going to live on top on this one. Jeez. Oh, Liv Morgan tried to get rid of that one, and then Stephanie changed her course and got her right in that midsection. Oh, jeez. So go find Booker. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, Lola looking for a roll up here. Jeez. On Stephanie. 1, 2. Kick out there by Steph. Jeez. Oh, Brian to Liv Morgan. I think that was on plan. Jeez. Now Lola going to again on Stephanie. Now Stephanie pushing off Liv Morgan. Jeez, who's going to be the first one to be added to that Money in the Bank qualifier? Money in the Bank ladder match, sorry. He's on the way to main event this Raw. Jeez, Lola Vice got a chair. Jeez, Stephanie changed course, went after Lola. But that's giving Liv Morgan a chance to target Stephanie. Jeez. 1. Dual kick out there by Steph. And Liv now. Jeez, trying to step back, but not quite far enough. Was Liv Morgan. And now Stephanie, looking for the SVB right to Lola. Jeez, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Liv Morgan breaks it up. Jeez. I think Liv Morgan's busted if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that's always, has that been there the entire match? Jeez, driving her down. But sees Lola Vice there, so didn't go for the pin. That's probably from that kick or the forearm, like very early on, and I just didn't notice. So I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes from the distance and from the angles and the lighting and the makeup and the hair. It's hard to tell sometimes. Hard to tell with the women because of the longer hair, generally when it's in front of their face and whatnot. But nonetheless, Jeez, Dolph, what a kick to the leg. Jeez. Shot, kick. Stephanie back on top. Jeez. I'm looking to go to Liv Morgan. Oof. It's stomping her right there. Oh, jeez, I don't know what Stephanie's going for here. They say that there's that chair in the ring still. Is that going to be used? I don't know. Stephanie. Oh, jeez, Liv Morgan counters whatever Stephanie was going for. Oh, jeez, Liv Morgan. Poof. Charge right at her. And now, poof. Oh, no, Stephanie counters. As though it was grabbing a baseball bat, no less. Jeez, forearm. Poof. Oh, no, Stephanie saw that coming. And now Liv Morgan, jeez, I love these short threat matches sometimes. Chaos. You just, as soon as you touch one person, the other person comes in. That's touch. I mean, touch just like counter or attack. But nonetheless, he defeat right to Liv Morgan. And Lola, go right, Stephanie. Oh, Stephanie sucking her in. And now looking for an SVB again to Lola. Oh, jeez, that's the second one. Liv Morgan's down. 1, 2, 3. And Stephanie Vaquer is your winner of tonight's main event, and we know what that means. We know that she is advancing into that Money in the Bank ladder match. She is the first woman to be added to that one. You know, we also got Femi in the men's one. He's the first one to be added to that one, of course. We have 3 more Raws and 4 more SmackDowns. We will find out who is going to be added into those matches for like a one man and one woman will be decided on every single Raw and SmackDown on the build to Money in the Bank. So it'll be very interesting to see who gets put into those. I believe they're all going to be triple threat matches if I am not mistaken. So it'll be interesting to see who else will get the opportunity and who else will win said matches and be added into the matches along with the likes of Femi and Stephanie Vaquer, depending on, of course, which briefcase you are going for. But nonetheless, fair play to all 3 women. L.W.O definitely showed up and showed out here tonight, proved that she deserves to be the main event scene. Definitely. But if people didn't know about L.W.O before, they know about her now, that is for sure. I definitely made it feel like she made a bit of a fan out of me here tonight, but was unsuccessful here tonight, which that is, of course, the almighty main goal, that is for sure, that victory.
Here is your winner, Stephanie Vaquer.
Well, Stephanie Vaquer with the victory. I believe she was the only one that wasn't busted open, so I guess you could say that's the second victory. She was able to escape that, but nonetheless, congratulations to Stephanie Vaquer. I believe that was her second match here in the WWE, and she's not only won it, she's now advancing to the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's side of things, of course. But anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Raw, and hopefully I'll see ya for SmackDown.